The final debriefing for Florida is commencing right now. And I wish I had done one for New Year's, but I got home and postponed it. And once you postpone things a few days, it just never happens. And it's too late now. I got to do it when I, have the thoughts fresh in my mind. It is, I guess, Monday now. So I got home yesterday, and it was a nice flight, good flight. Well, let me go and order of my notes. That's why I write them. Is it good to be home? I asked myself that. Maybe other people have asked that too. I don't know. It's okay. There's nice things about it, but it wasn't like I totally missed. I mean, I wasn't like dying to get home, and that's kind of when it's like how much do you like where you live or where you're living or whatever. I don't know. I mean, it was just sort of. Yeah, okay, it's cool. I mean, I'm home. I needed to get home, I mean, for reasons that laundry had to be done and, taking care of the bills or whatever, making sure everything's okay. But I think I could easily leave for weeks at a time and not really miss the condo. Friends, of course, miss friends, but the condo itself, nah, there's nothing here. I mean, a lot of what I do is on the computer and I bring that with me, so. Yeah, I would say. And, actually, words, food, healthy eating, I think I manage it much better here, either, fasting or going very light eating or doing the salad thing. Which I have to go to Safeway to buy more food. Because you have to stock up properly because you buy the wrong foods or it spoils, and then I come home and I realize I don't have anything for salads because all the lettuce is either wilted. But I threw it all away before the trip, so I've learned about that. Exercise is much easier here because I've got my equipment here, my weights, and I can go running, even though I bring my running shoes every single time it seems lately. And I mean, I brought it to New Year's, I brought it to Florida, but I didn't do any running. My running watch and everything. I don't know. I want to do it. I just need to. It's hard. You end up sleeping in a bit because they're late nights, and it's hard to get up early when you don't have to. I guess that's the bottom line. Even though today I kind of did. It's a holiday, but I think I'm used to the Florida time. So when it was 8 o'clock here, it was 11 o'clock out there. So I was actually already sleeping in quite a bit. And of course I got back to this very cold weather. It's actually nice in here. I used the fireplace and a little bit of the heating, and after a while it was very dark and cold yesterday. I mean, because the curtains are closed, but it was just really took some time to get it warmed up a little bit. It just felt so different than where I had been. Not that it was especially warm out there. One day was warm, but the rest of the days were cool. And nights were cooler, but it was definitely different than here. So the shock of coming back, but I expected it. I think the main problem was being at the airport without, when we landed, the plane wasn't particularly warm either, so that wasn't great, but I had one of these type things on. And the airport was just, you get off, as soon as we got off the plane, it was like, this is freezing. And then when you get close to the baggage area, because I did have to pick up a bag, that area was freezing too. I was like finding little heater vents, whatever, the places to stand where it wasn't too cold. Because my coat was in my checked bag, so I didn't have that. So once I got that, put the coat on, that helped, although it was still cold. And so I did take Uber. Definitely wasn't going to sit on the train for a while, because even at the train stations, my hands would have been freezing, my neck and my head. So the only alternative for that is to pack those kind of warm things for just that moment when you get back, which seems silly. But there is a moment, when you get back to Seattle and you have to get home. So, but with Uber, that time's really short, but with the train, that time's significantly longer. So I don't know if I'll do that, but the train system is going to be out of order, or at least some stations closed. They're doing some work. Got to do what they got to do, but now it's even less incentive to take the train because I have to deal with that headache. But then Uber is going to charge me so much money, so I have to deal with that headache. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. But the weather has been different. It's funny. I asked, Alex, the rest, what the peak temperature was going to be today, because I do want to go out and charge the car, and I'd like to do it during the peak time, so the less strain on the battery. And I couldn't even get a good answer. It's just interesting that AI has come so far, but they haven't even put it into something as simple, which has been around a while if you consider that AI in some ways. It's a very loose term. But the whole fact that I couldn't even get a simple answer on that. And I asked a very poignant question. When is the peak temperature for today? And it was like, oh, here's your range for today. It's like, that's not what I asked. It's like, I don't know. It's just interesting that a whole year of saying how far AI has come and it's going to take over the world and enslave mankind forever. And it's like, it can't even answer a simple question. So I'm not buying it. Other people can. It was a good trip. I have noticed, I think I said I got the first class upgrade both ways. So far 100K has been paying off, I guess, which is nice. Is it worth it? I answer that in other videos, but it has been nice to have those two upgrades were appreciated, especially going home because that flight's so much longer. And the meal was pretty good, actually. The meal was decent. I couldn't eat a lot of it, but it was tasty. I mean, it did suck having it. It's just so weird. My appetite is so low on normally, but on flights especially so. So I don't like wasting it, but I ate what I could, which is about 50% of it. Yeah, so the upgrades have been working out so far. So being a 100K member, it's been okay, but I don't have to. I mean, I can let it go, but if I'm going to travel this many trips, then it helps. So we had 4 shows. I think I mentioned that's why I went out for 4 shows and just kind of stayed. I mean, and there's one show during the week, so I really couldn't have even gone home if I wanted to. The next few trips, I will go home during the weekdays and go back on the weekends. And I know it's kind of wasteful, but that's what it is. But having 4 shows that actually was the first time the trip was profitable, so I actually made money performing, which was kind of nice. I mean, it's not it's not the day job, but it's the fun job. It's a side job. It's the performing arts job. So it's kind of cool to have something, an opportunity, a place where you can do all that. But as I mentioned a few days ago, I was kind of, I don't know if I was sick or allergies or whatever it was, but the first few days were kind of not enjoyable to the highest level because dealing with just this incessant sniffling or eyes watering and nose running on mainly one side. It wasn't even on both sides, but and it didn't affect the rest of my body as much, but it was just the face. It was just annoying. But it finally went away, so that was good. But I just don't know. I don't think it was allergies to anything out there because it kind of started the day before I left. So maybe it was a cold left over from flying back from Puerto Vallarta. But I don't know. It's just hard to tell. I don't think anyone else got sick. So, all right, I guess that's about it. Yeah, it's a change. You spend 8 days when you're always around other people. I mean, I had my own room this time, but it was always around other people, and then you get back and it's just, you're kind of solo for a while until the weekend. So that's a change, but it also allows me to get caught up. There's a lot of stuff I got to get caught up on, and work on future goals, and the years. I don't want the year to slip by and go by too fast. And I'll keep deciding and evaluating and seeing where do I want to live. I mean, I guess that's kind of pretty apparent to me now. I don't think it should be here. Not 100% decided on anything, but. All right. Well, that's it for now. That's the debriefing and summary of the trip to Florida. A lot of fun, and I don't know if I'll have I don't have anything else that long planned. Short trips, but nothing this long. So, all right, that's it. Cheers.